I want to jump onto this real quick, finish this up so I can get this thing hanging up there again, even if it's not finished, you know, just out of the way would be great. So I'm starting to get finished things in the house now. So now I need to be very careful. The other night, I took my log stair and I threw it into my door and I put this ding in it. Oh, it's beautiful. It's beautiful, I tell you. Character flaws, baby. You know, might as well. Like, who gives a shit how close that thing is? This thing ain't gonna get hot, is it? It could. We could drop that down a little bit. Again, we could move it again. Anyone who's 6'3" will be okay. If you're over 6'3", suck it in, Dan. You're getting a little too fat. So if you're over 6'3", you're not gonna like this house. I realized that I need to stop swearing the rate that I swear. I was swearing the other day in the video, and I swore so much that I couldn't even use any of the video because it was just too much cussages. Did that coke through? Oh, Jesus. It doesn't feel like it did. All right. So I was doing more math on this washer and dryer. I'm gonna have to add another 3/4 here to make it good with where this thing will end. Golly, I hate this. I honestly hate this split mini. It's a nightmare. I know a lot of people have had easy times with them, but it drives me nuts. I'm okay with this. And that's gonna give me the correct clearance, roughly. All right, let's sheet it and then we'll cut a hole after. I mean, that's a little low, but it's a tiny house. You have to be okay with tiny things, you know? Make up for it in other areas. Boom, boom, he stretched for it. He got it though. My sister got me this carbon monoxide detector. That shit goes off every day of my life. Yeah. Oh, I was so hoping that was gonna fit under there. It would have made me happy if it did fit. It doesn't. Shit. I gotta plug this in. Didn't think about that now, did you? See, you're an idiot. Don't ever think for a second you're not an idiot. Because you are. Where am I gonna put these things? This right now is set up for natural gas. I've got to convert it over to liquid propane. So, I mean, I might document that if you want, or if you're interested. Am I scratching the floor? Let's see. Yep. I feel it. Waiting for. Alright, I'm gonna get back to work. Really, no information that I could possibly give to you there that's gonna be beneficial to your brain. Might be entertaining, but I want to listen to music because I'm sick. Honestly, don't want any human contact today. I just want to be left alone. So I finished most of this wall. I didn't do this last bit right here because my washing machine's going to go here and I'm going to be building like a built-in around it. So there's no reason to have that beadboarding there. I would have ended up losing about 3/4 of an inch of space, which ultimately would have made my closet smaller. Maybe 2 t-shirts I saved. I'm going to get 2 more shirts. Yay! Then I also switched the fridge over so it opens like this. You see, this is the problem. Yeah. Another mistake that I made was when I put those outlets in, I originally had them down a little bit lower, and so they would have gotten in the way. So I had to demo all this, move those outlets up, run some new wire because I didn't have enough to do what I had to do, re-insulate it, vapor barrier, and then put new pieces in. It was kind of a pain, but once I do my built-in around the fridge, countertop, and whatever, it's going to come to right about here. So it'll be good. It'll look good. So there's just one more thing I want to do to the kitchen before I start building the kitchen cabinets, which I'm going to do right now. But I got to move all this stuff out of here. Okay, that's that. I mean, there's no room to poop. See this oily complexion that's going on right here? It's going to be a new thing because it's just hot now. You know, summer's here. I think they say spring, but I really want that air conditioner working. It looks good though, doesn't it? Look at it. Ooh, not bad. Not bad at all. So sticking with my indecisiveness, is that a word? I think it is. Indecisiveness. I know indecisive is, but is ness part of that? Is that right? Indecisiveness? The act of being indecisive. So sticking with the theme of me being extremely indecisive, hey, I figured out a way around that. Good job. I really like the whitewash that I put on here, but I want it to be different. You know, I like to be different. So I'm gonna clear coat this and make it kind of shiny. And I already did the living room with it. And before I did, I took a scuff brush, like a Scotch pad, and I washed all the walls with just some water. And it kind of took the paint off like this right here. Can you kind of see it? And then I clear coated it, and I took off a lot more paint here than I did there. But after I clear coated, I realized it really looked rustic, and I kind of liked the look of it. So I was thinking of doing that to everything. So I got a 220 grit sandpaper, and I'm just going to sample this. I think I like it. Indecisive much? Yeah, just a bunch. A little light wash. Got a little General Finishes whitewash. General Finishes, and it's a white wash. It is a wood stain. I believe it's water-based. Yeah, it's gotta be. It always comes off. So I might not put any of what you might have just seen in the video, because after sanding it and then painting it and then wiping it off, I wasn't really happy with it. It didn't really turn out the way I thought it was. So I tried to save it, and I think I did. I think I saved it. I just went back and put a real thin coat of paint on it, and I brought it back to where it was before. Thank the good lords. So you might be able to see like a little sheen on the wood. Basically that's a clear coat, and I want all of it to have a clear coat. It makes the wall real smooth and nice. But I'm going to be using General Finishes High Performance Water-Based Top Coat. It's a flat finish. So I'm just going to use a roller to put this on. So I got my tray. Just go outside, Ing. Brittany, can you go get me a painting brush? What is that? I don't know. So while I'm applying this, I'm also, thinking about where my trim's going to go. The trim that's going to go on these is probably going to be 2 inches wide. And then everything that's from here down is pretty much going to be covered with backsplash, cabinetry, all these different things. So no major concern to get that all pretty. There's a tiny house event going on very close to where I am today. I would say about 3 hours away. What is it called? The North Carolina Tiny House Street Festival or something? Pink Hill, North Carolina. What in the hell is that? And who is this? I was gonna go today, but I mean, my house needs to get finished. It's getting to that point where it's like, all right, I'm good. I'm only about $6,000 away from being done, which means approximately 6 to 8 months of time. I mean, I averted disaster by fixing mistakes I made. So I just gotta do a little touch-up paint around the edges, remount the split mini, and then basically all the outside edges are ready for trim. But most importantly, I'm ready to start building my kitchen, which is very great. I'm very excited about that. But that's probably going to be the next video. So I think that's the end of this video. I'm sorry for the lack of content, especially to my Patreon supporters. I'm just a little burnt out, and YouTube has basically died. Not sure if you're aware of that. I won't get into that, but YouTube's dead. Let's be honest. But any words, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you on the next video, which will be next weekend, hopefully. Probably not, though. I'll probably have another week off. So only 2 videos in a month. Oh God. Negative comments galore.